Hello friends, it's Rene here, and I'm coming to you today with another video of a tarot unboxing. Well, not really an unboxing because I've opened the box already, but just a tarot preview. And today we're looking at the Tarot of the Hidden Realm. It's not a brand new deck. It's been around for a while, but it only arrived by me today, and I'm so excited to have it. So let's just have a look at the packaging. I have taken the wrapping off. I have taken all the plastic so that it's just the box, and let's have a look at it. So it's Tarot of the Hidden Realm by Julia Jeffrey and Barbara Moore. Barbara Moore is probably a name you've heard of before. She does phenomenal work in collaborations with others and tarot decks. So this is a, I don't know if it's going to come through. This is a Llewellyn product, which means we get the nice box with the magnetic closure. The box is really awesome. It is quite a big box, battle to get it to fit on screen. And yeah, on the back we've got some sample images. So as always with Llewellyn products, I quite enjoy the box. It looks nice on the shelf, but that's not why we buy it. We don't buy it for the box, we buy it for the contents. So let's have a look. When we open up the box, the inside of the box is a nice pretty gold color. We've got a full book. I know on screen this doesn't look purple, but I promise you this is a purple ribbon that we have, which just helps us to pull the book and the card. So we have a full book, quite thick. It is not a full color book. We get the card, we get a bit of information on it, and we get a divinatory meaning, and then on to the next, and that's for the major arcana. Let's just have a look and see what we get for the minor arcana. For the minor arcana, much the same. So we get an image of the card, a little bit of text, and a explanation and a meaning. So we get for all of the cards. Let's just see if there's anything else exciting in the back of the book. I haven't actually been through the book yet. Okay, going on to the Pentacles. Right, and then we have some spreads. We have past, present, future. What is hidden spread? What is hidden spread number 2? I like that one. That's quite nice. All around advice spread over here. Okay, so there you've got to pick one of each. That's interesting. And then chapter 6 is the fairy guides. Oh, I like that. So if you're really into your fairies, there's a bit of all sorts of information in here. The other thing I wanted to just look at right in the front is to see the date. There we have our artist and creator and author. So Barbara Moore is the one who does the book. She's phenomenal with all that kind of work. So this is first edition, 4th printing, 2018. Okay, so it is a newer one, but I do believe this deck is quite old. I'm just trying to see if I can read. There we go. Tarot of the Hidden Realms, 2013. Okay, so it has been around for a couple of years, but this particular one that I have looks like it is the 4th printing in 2018. But yeah, it's been around for a while. It's not a new deck on the market. Okay, so here we have the box. It's got just a little cardboard insert to protect the cards, and the ribbon to help us take it out. Again, I have taken the cling wrap off. There was a bit of plastic which I have removed. I don't keep my cards in the original boxes. I do keep the boxes on the shelf with the books, but I keep the cards in a tarot bag. So this deck will still get a tarot bag. Right, let's put the box away. So you can see the edges are not gilded, not colored, not anything like that. The cardstock is standard Llewellyn cardstock. I don't find it too thick. It is quite flimsy, but actually I quite like it. For us with small hands, it's easy to shuffle. So I quite like the cardstock. The back of the cards are just gorgeous. And actually, I have to be honest and say that's what sold me. When I first saw the backs, I thought, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then I thought, what cards are those? And when I went to find, that's what actually sold me on buying the deck. So I really, really love that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom in on the cards so that we can get a good view at each of them, and I'll do a quick walkthrough of the deck. So I've zoomed in a little bit on the cards just so that it makes it easier for you to see, and I'm just going to do a quick flip through of the cards. I don't want to spend too much time looking at each of them. The first thing that I do want to say is the fact that these cards are borderless. I just love that. I am such a borderless person, and I love this little piece of gold that we have here with the writing on. So it's not too bright, it's not too in your face. It is quite, it doesn't take too much away from the imagery. And like I say, I love the fact that they are completely borderless. So the first card we have is the Fool. So like I said, I'm just going to do a quick flip through. We're not going to spend too much time looking at each one individually. So the Fool, I love the colors. The Magician. I just love all the butterflies. You know me and my butterfly logo. I'm really into my butterflies. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got butterfly again. The Empress harvesting her fruit. We've got the corn. We've got everything, the wheat. Look at our Emperor. Isn't he gorgeous? We've got the dark and the light, the yin and the yang, the balance. Hierophant. He just looks like he's got so much wisdom. He's got so much advice that he wants to share with you. You know, I feel like I want to sit and talk for hours just to connect with him. Love that. Oh, love. Love the Lovers. This is the Chariot in the traditional tarot. So it's the movement of the horse going with the flow. Strength. The Hermit. The details on the eyes. I know it's difficult to see here, but sure, it is absolutely amazing. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Yeah, she certainly means business, doesn't she? We have the Hanged Man. You know, as I'm looking at the cards, the detail is just really remarkable in the background. You see so much there that feeds into the story, that feeds into the interpretation. Like that Death card, you know, if I covered that up, you could see that there was chaos and there was stuff happening and whatever, but you wouldn't necessarily go straight to death. You know, that the bird is certainly symbolic, the clouds in the background, the panic on her face, the fact that she's face down, you know, that she's falling forward or whatever it is. It certainly gives something's got to change, something's got to shift, which is quite interesting. And I love that about all of them. You know, even this Temperance, we've got the fae folk, we've got the little creatures, the little animals, but look how subtle the cups are. Normally with the Temperance card, you know, it's one up there and it's one down there, that they are pouring and bringing the balance. She looks so comfortable. She is so comfortable in her own skin, and knows what she needs to do. So I'm really loving these. So Shadow Dance is the devil, and this is the devil who is almost making them do whatever it is that they're doing. So they're not doing it of their own free will. So that's quite interesting. I love that. But yeah, you can see the determination on his face. You can see that he's not taking any nonsense. Quite strong, quite forceful. And they are quite content in their actions, but there's so much more going on. So the Blasted Beach, obviously referring to the beech tree, which is tree of knowledge, tree of understanding, they are falling. So this is the Tower. Okay, so this is the traditional Tower card, how everything is coming crashing down, and we've got the tree of knowledge and tree of understanding. Love it. Oh, my word. How absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I said I wasn't going to talk about each one, and that's exactly what I've been doing. Look how subtle the moon is, the little crescent moon there. It's not so bold. It's not a full moon, but we've got the moonlight emanating here. We've got moonlight everywhere. Things aren't always as they seem. Just really stunning. That Sun card. Again, look at the color differences and the comparisons between the two. Really, really gorgeous. Stunning. Loving the symbolism. Again, all the butterflies, the transformation, all of that. Okay, so that was the major arcanas, and now we're going into the minor arcanas, and what we have is the Wands suit first. So we've got the Ace. I'm going to just speed it up quickly because I don't want to bore you guys with all the images. If you want to see, you know, more of one image, just pause it and have a look, as opposed to me letting it sit on screen for too long. Oh, I love the Three of Wands, Four of Wands. Really interesting. You know, I wasn't sure if I would love this deck or if I would just like it, but I have to say I am truly loving it. Oh, Ten of Wands. Truly loving it. He's a very young king. Ace of Cups, look at the, I'm assuming it's an otter. Very interesting. So very Rider-Waite-Smith, you know, if you understand the Rider-Waite-Smith system, you'd read this quite easily. Oh, love the water horses. You know, you would certainly read this quite easily. Sure, look how, you know, the water is depicted here. But I must say that the symbolism is so much more than what we initially see and what we initially believe. And I think I'm actually going to do a bit of work with this deck. I'd actually like to take the book, the guidebook, and to actually really understand the symbolism, really understand the significance of all the detail, because that's one thing I can say, that the detail on these cards is absolutely amazing. Right, so now we go into Swords. Look how sharp that beak is. It's going to hurt. Oh, Two of Swords I like. Oh my gosh. Again, the symbolism of the tattoo. You know, it's not just a tattoo. It means something. Three of Swords. Yeah. Sure. I like the dark cards. I have to be honest. I'm not normally somebody who likes the darker images, but I'm really loving them because they're speaking an interesting story. I mean, you know, just that Eight of Swords. Traditionally, that's not how the Eight of Swords is, but doesn't it just say so much? Really, really loving it. Wow. Look at that emotion. Look at that raw passion, that anger, that. And you know what? We only get there when we hit rock bottom. We only get there when there's nowhere else, where we feel like there's no other alternative. So I'm really, really, really loving the emotion that these cards are bringing. So I'm thinking this would be a lovely deck to do some real deep dive introspection work with self. I think it would be awesome. Okay, so we're on to Pentacles. Love that. Love the colors. Oopsie, picking up too many. The color palette, I don't know what the correct term is, but I'm loving the colors. So it's definitely Rider-Waite, but there's definitely some tweaks and some, you know, changes, which is actually quite awesome. Oh, she's waiting on the child, waiting on the birth. Forging the robin. I love that. So this is the amazing Tarot of the Hidden Realm, and we end off on this beautiful king. We end off on this beautiful card. Just absolutely amazing. I hope you've enjoyed the walkthrough. I hope I've inspired you to look at getting it for yourself and doing some deep dives, because I think that's really what I'm going to be using it for. With love and blessings from me to you. Take care.